Pop Boss. I have no Funko Pops. Where have I been? What you been doing? I've been working, been moving, trying to get settled down. Um, so, full disclosure, no Funko talk right now. We're going to talk about some wrestling. See, got my KO Kevin Owens shirt on. Um, well, let's get down to it. Let's talk wrestling. So, I started rewatching wrestling last year, just after WrestleMania, probably like May last year, because I wanted to get content for the wrestling Funkos that I have and where wrestling was going. I didn't want to be a novice. Got hooked into it. Ended up going to. I won tickets to go see SmackDown right after WrestleMania, and that was pretty sweet. That's where I got the shirt. Um, Pretty entertaining, but you kind of miss having the commentators. So let's talk some wrestling news, right? What was big? I don't know, the NFL draft happened. It was pretty decent. I'm pretty excited for what the Lions will be doing. Um, but we also had the SmackDown draft. The Raw draft is tonight. But let's go ahead and go over some key notes. Let's go over some releases. The Jadir Mahal was released. I saw that coming. He was one hit wonder, just kind of get thrown in for story gaps. Zaya Lee. Since I've been watching wrestling, I've probably seen her 2 to 3 times, so not too much. Um, this one I'm kind of curious about. Cameron Grimes, to the moon. He was released, so he probably only had like 3 or 4 matches, and he was drafted from NXT in last year's draft. Interesting. Interesting. Because did he go back to NXT? Was it something? Maybe just couldn't make it for the big leagues. I think he was too chipper for his own thing. Because if you take a look at Chad Gable, he kind of went dark side after the Sami Zayn match. So it's been a couple days. Like I said, today's Monday, so you guys should already have the news. But round one, let's go through these draft picks. Round one, SmackDown pick Bianca Belair, Carmelo Hayes, who had a great fight with Cody. Raw took Jay Uso and Seth freaking Rollins. Kind of surprised Jay Uso went first, but so we move on. A lot of big names still on there. SmackDown round two, Randy Orton and Nia Jax. Really, SmackDown? Okay, I get it. Raw took Braun Breaker, up and coming. He kind of reminds me like a Flair, kind of like what Goldberg did when he got introduced to WCW. And Raw also took Liv Morgan. So I can kind of see a match between Liv and the new women's champion of the man, Becky Lynch. So I can kind of see that happening. Round three, SmackDown. LA Knight and the Bloodline. Solo Sikoa, Tamatanga, and Paul Heyman. Now, what you notice in that, when they did say it, Jimmy Uso, it looks like he's out of the Bloodline. So where is he going to end up? What's going to happen? I don't know. Is he going to go to Raw and we get the Usos back? That'd be a good storyline build. Let's go ahead and go to the Raw. Ricochet and Sheamus. Okay. I feel like some of these names could have been done a little bit later, you know? a little bit later. Because if you look at Sheamus just returned, him and Drew McIntyre will be having things. Now, one thing I should disclose this first. The draft, if you have titles, you're locked in where you're at. So with Damian Priest having the champion on Raw, and he's part of Judgment Day, I think Judgment Day is all safe to stay on Raw. SmackDown round 4, AJ Styles and Andrade. Okay, alright. Raw got the Alpha Academy, which is Chad Gable, Otis, Akira Tozawa, and Maxine. And Kiana James. Now, she also came from, I probably messed up the name, she came from NXT. Looking to see how that's going to go. Now, here's another interesting thing, too. So, AJ Styles was part of the just looking right here. As announced on social media on Friday night, SmackDown took the OC, which AJ Styles was part of the OC. Baron Corbin. I don't know if this was. I don't know. I'm not really for sure. Cedric Alexander, who had a fight with Braun on SmackDown. Not very impressed, so I'm kind of shocked. Raw did pick Shayna Baszler. Okay. Zoe Stark. Okay. Abba Free. Okay. And Ivar. I'm not going to lie, Ivar has actually been doing really, really good as far as solo, because he was part of a tag. But let's see who has not been picked. Right off the bat, KO. Randy Orton's picked the SmackDown. I'm pretty sure they're not going to break up. KO and Randy Orton, because that would be too much. The RKO is pretty good. I see that, and I am looking forward to Backlash with Bianca and Jade. So obviously Jade is going to be staying probably SmackDown, but they're fighting the part of Damage Control. One of the things is, when you look at this, they're going to win the titles. If they do not win the titles, the tag titles, I don't know what to say, because that's going to be a long reigning tag team champions right there. Bianca Belair, Jade. Let's get going. I can't wait. Other title matches. Cody Rhodes is going to retain. I think he's going to beat AJ. It'll be a great match. But I think Cody is going to retain. I think Bianca and Jade are going to win. Those are my guesses. Let me get the lineup for that. You'll think I'll be a little bit more up to par. So Backlash is Saturday, May 4th. That's in France. It'll be 1 o'clock. Pacific Standard. So, Cody, AJ Styles. Let's just say is going to be Cody. Damian Priest versus Jey Uso. I mean, I think there's two ways it's going to happen. JD of the Judgment Day is going to mess up. Jimmy Uso might actually come in and help his brother against Judgment Day. Maybe. I really want Jey Uso to win, flat out. Is it too early for Damian Priest to lose the title? Yeah, so that one's going to be a toss-up. It's going to be a great match. Women's champion Bayley versus Naomi versus Tiffany. I can see that. All three can walk away with it. Tiffany, believe it or not, is a good wrestler. Naomi's been killing it. So, yeah. Once again, is it too early for Bayley to lose the title? Yes. But not unheard of. Randy Orton, Kevin Owens versus Solo Sikoa and Tomo Tunga. Come on. Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, let's go. KO shirt. Representing the large people. I just like his attitude. He's funny. Gets the crowd going. Then the women's tag team champions, Kabuki Warriors, Damage Control, versus Bianca and Jade. 100%. They had the title for a while. They're going to lose it. And I swear, if Jade and Bianca do not walk away as winners, I'll be very, very surprised. Because right now, Damage Control is ready for a break. That's ready for a break. Let me know. Who do you think is going to go to Raw? Who's going to go to SmackDown? There's still a lot of people out there. Like I said, Jimmy Uso. Where's he going to be? You have a whole bunch of other talent. Shinsuke, I haven't heard that name, where he's going to go. A whole bunch of possibilities out there. So what I would think is, actually, I don't know what to think. You tell me below, who do you want to see on SmackDown? Who do you want to see on Raw? Obviously, the people that don't get drafted, televised, I believe they stay where they're at, or unless they get released. So, but they do a pretty good job by doing groups. The one group I'm still kind of confused about is the OC and AJ Styles. They just completely broke ways. Bloodline, Jimmy Uso, broke ways. So that'd be kind of sweet to see the Usos coming back together, because what I saw, Survivor Series coming up in the fall, who's it going to be? The Rock versus Cody Rhodes. Probably. The new bloodline helping out the Rock. Roman Reigns comes back. Old bloodline. To versus the new. So you're going to have the Usos coming back because Jay, Cody have history. Cody brought Jay back. So long-term storylines that I am actually looking forward to. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know who you want to win at Backlash. And maybe we'll revisit this. I'm sorry I'm not talking Funkos. But yeah, maybe I'll get some wrestling Funkos out pretty soon. Down below, who is your favorite wrestler from then, now, and forever? Big Red Machine, Kane versus Undertaker, that matchup. I'm 100% Attitude Era. Kane, Undertaker, Mankind, those three killed it for me. The Hardy Boys, Ultimate Warrior. I was more of a Warrior fan than Hogan. I know. Sorry. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you want to see other videos like this. We can talk about other stuff. Books, movies, etc. ... Until next time, keep popping. Keep popping pop culture. Keep popping wrestling. everything that makes you happy. But until next time, Papa signing off.